Part 2, Only Your Heart. The car glides through the streets, taking Bianca and you toward your destination. Beyond the windows, the night is a brilliant tapestry of city lights. In less than an hour, the press conference for your new play begins, as well as the moment you will present Bianca to the world as your leading lady. The car's interior is hushed. Beside you, Bianca's a quiet silhouette, her attention encaptured by the night view. When she senses your gaze, she turns from the window and offers a gentle, knowing smile. I hope having you accompany me isn't taking too much from your rehearsal time. Bianca's warm smile lingers for a moment, before fading, replaced by an inquisitive look as a question surfaces in her mind. The pivotal question comes, just as you expected. A spark of mischief prompts you to sidestep the answer. I think I'll keep that particular answer to myself, for the moment. Oh my goodness, it seems she sees the playful deception in your eyes, and a knowing look passes between you. She doesn't expose it. Instead, her response is a gentle pressure as her hand slips to yours. A wordless agreement to play along. The press conference venue is a sea of bodies, all expectant faces turning you and Bianca into the unmissable center of attention. Camera flashes detonate like silent strobe lights, painting the stage in bursts of light as reporters jostle and chip for the perfect shot. From the crowd, a single reporter is the first to break the surface. Her hand is shooting up, she leans forward to pose her question. Loads of romance? Okay, was not expecting that. The reporter's question strikes, plunging the entire venue into vacuum silence. She seized the perfect moment to voice the million-dollar question, the one secret everyone's dying to learn. As if on cue, the camera flashes intensify it into a relentless storm, and the weight of the room's attention becomes a palpable pressure. In breathless tension, Bianca turns to you. Her eyes are not just expectant, they're boundless, pleading. Please, tell me the answer. Her gaze repeats the unanswered question from the car, making this moment solely about the two of you. Ignoring the sea of reporters, you offer a quiet smile to her hopeful face. Looking quietly into her eyes, you give your answer. I am Grey Raven. Wait, what? What are you talking now? I mean, it's kind of obvious what? Wait, what? I mean, well, I guess that should be obvious, but like, I will be portraying the character myself. Oh my goodness! I mean, that's kind of. I should have. I don't know why I feel so stupid because it's kind of obvious since on the Grey Raven, commandant. So it should be obvious. The moment your answer lands, a knowing smile glosses on Bianca's face, a silent testament to the deep understanding you share. Those are verses from your own pen, but hearing them shaped by her voice strikes a chord deep within you, especially knowing the sentiment in your heart is perfectly mirrored in hers. The noise of the crowd bursts into a distant hum as ripples of feeling spread through your chest, leaving only the universe at this shared moment. Here I remain, within this garden of lilies, with no desire to ever depart. For 1,000 blossoms turn their faces, each and every one, solely for her. You answer with the second half of the verse. Your eyes meet, in that silent understanding. Your hands find one another, clasping tight as the shared smile blossoms. The bare camera flashes does not intrude. It merely etches this timeless scene into eternity. The night has grown late, yet the press conference venue remains packed. The dinner and yet sustaining a vibrant, festive atmosphere. The reporters, who hours ago were jockeying for position, have now relaxed into the evening's merriment. You carry yourself with the poise of the guests of honor, gracefully meeting every expectation. After several elegant dances, however, you realize your partner, Bianca, has vanished. Your gaze cuts through the buzzing crowd, scanning back and forth until you find that graceful figure. She stands in the farthest corner of the ballroom, her eyes meeting yours across the sea of people. She offers a gentle smile but makes no move to approach. This and you step forward. A swarm of reporters surrounds you, pulling you back into the spotlight. Oh, come on! Go away! I don't want. A fragile wave of enthusiasm envelops you, creating a silent, widening distance between you and Bianca. And there, beyond the tidal laughter and excitement, she stands, a quiet and serene as moonlight. She has chosen the farthest balcony, eschewing the elegant chandeliers for the breeze of the cool night air. When she feels the weight of your gaze from across the room, she returns it with a gentle smile. Bianca tilts her head back, her gaze tracing the moon's slow descent into the west. As wispy clouds shroud the lunar disk, the moonlight that glided her figure softly fades, as if withdrawing its blessings. The weight of a full evening spent maintaining a perfect composure seems to settle upon her at last. She closes her eyes, surrendering her thoughts to the welcoming of darkness. Above, the clouds coalesce into a thick, ominous mass, and the air grows heavy with the promise of rain.
Bianca.
Eh?
こんな場でも本当の主役にはなれない。
Wait, who's that? A voice, dark and formless, speaks from the void. Bianca jolts, her eyes snapping open to a world completely undisturbed. Nothing is out of place.
幻覚かなり疲れているのかも。今この時でさえあの人を独り占めしないなんて。
No, they're not. They're playing that. No, why are you playing that theme song from Babylonia? Oh my god, that's why her music kind of creeps me out.
それならあの人を渡して。
This coding story not quite. It still has the same thing where Bianca has to accept herself that she is witch and I forgot what that other with her light form is called, but I don't know. Yeah, that's it.
これからは私があの主役の隣に立つ。あなた。
A chill seizes Bianca's spine. That voice was the same shadow from her nightmare. The one that coiled between the small boat both she and Grey Raven had been riding. As the memory grips to her, an eerie darkness begins to crawl out the ballroom's windows like a living sludge. Unbelievably, the guests continue their revelry, blind to the vision. But Bianca hears a faint, unsettling laughter woven through the shadows, an invisible pressure that smothers the room's light and air. Her eyes start, and she finds it, a distorted figure working within the deepening gloom. Though that does not precede action, instinct takes over, propelling her forward as she rushes to your side. No sooner does her warning escape than a blast tears through the night. The road erupts in this cascade of shattering glass. In one fluid motion, she wraps her arms around you, using her own body as a shield to drive you both to the ground. A powerful gust rushes past her ear as something sharp slices her cheek, drawing blood. She positions herself to absorb the impact, shielding you with her body. Glass shards rain down, and terrified screams erupt through the ballroom. She holds you tightly against her chest, a desperate human shield against the unexpected calamity. Panic erupts through the hall, shattering the stunned silence. As guests scramble to check on loved ones, you stare beneath the shield of Bianca's body. Unscathed, you push yourself upright, your own well-being forgotten as you hands her urgently seek to assess her. Bianca! Bianca steadies her breath, forcing a smile to reassure you. Her attention has already shifted from her own injuries to you. Her fingers move onto your arms and shoulders with a frantic tenderness, checking for any sign of harm, completely oblivious to the trail of blood tracing a path down her cheek. Don't move, you're bleeding. You draw a handkerchief and press it gently to the gash in her cheek. Crimson bleeds through her white linen, and the faint, metallic scent of blood taints the air. Think about yourself first, Bianca. The ballroom is a world of selfish chaos. Everyone too consumed by their own survival to notice her injury. You have to get her out of here. Supporting Bianca, you guide her away from the devastation into the quiet sanctuary of a secluded side chamber. You help her recline onto a sofa, cradling her head in the crook of your arm. With the handkerchief and water, you begin to tend to her wound. Your touch is gentle as the circumstances allow. Perhaps finally feeling the pain from her wound, Bianca's brow furrows slightly. Her grip on your arm tightens, and in cautious plea for support. The secluded side chamber is empty and noticeably colder than the buzzing ballroom, conditions that seem to intensify Bianca's discomfort. In response, you open your coat, letting it fall around her like the protective wings of a grey raven, and draw her into a sheltering embrace. Rest now, just until the medics arrive. Perhaps from sheer exhaustion, Bianca abandons her usual composure and makes no attempt to pull away from your embrace. She answers only with a soft murmur before closing her eyes. Sheltered beneath the grey raven's protective wings, her breathing slowly evens out, the earlier rigidness softening into a steady, gentle rhythm. Outside, rain begins to fall, unnoticed. In the shadowy half-light, Bianca's eyelashes flutter, a delicate hint that she has drifted into some unknown dream. The blood on her pale cheek has dried, but the wound itself remains, a jarring mark against her skin. It is difficult to imagine what courage drove her to shield you with her own body. Even earlier, as her lifeblood flowed freely, her worried gaze had been fixed entirely on you. You take her hand, drawing him close, hoping your warmth might grant her some peace within her dreams. Perhaps sensing it, Bianca's fingers incautiously shift, gently intertwining with yours. Okay. Her sleep talk reaches in you in fragmented whispers, so faint they seem to bleed into the silence. Bianca. She doesn't respond, but a faint smile touches her lips as if your words have found their way into her dreams. You find yourself wondering what beautiful scene is playing out behind her closed eyes. With your free hand, you gently brush a stray lock of hair from her temple, careful not to disturb this slumbering, angelic peace. Outside, the rain intensifies, draping the night in a hazy veil. For a reason you can't name, you selfishly wish the downpour would last a while longer. Bianca's fragmented murmurs reach your ears, somehow distinguishing themselves from the patter against the window. Huh? Wow, so the director's behind this? My confessions are all I have left! As the last syllable releases your lips, the person across from you breaks into applause, giving you an appreciative nod. Wait. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay, then...
これほど才能のある人は初めてよ。
Ah, I forgot to introduce my name already? Jeez. Oh, wait. I don't know.
こんな短期間でここまで習得するなんて。転職したくなったらぜひうちに来て。冗談抜きですぐに看板役者になれるわ。
You're too kind. I still have so much to learn before I can share the stage properly with Bianca.
じゃあ次のシーンに移りましょう。グレイ・レイブンとファントムが出会う場面よ。
Oh, we're doing the book that I have written. The director dons Phantom's mask, her posture shifting in practice ease as the character takes hold. In response, you steady your own breathing, searching for the emotional landscape of your own role beside her.
この長く深い夜に私の住処に無断で足を踏み入れたのは誰？あなたは私が長き夜を越えて待ち続けたあの人ではない。
I am here for one reason only, to find some sign of my beloved.
ちょっとストップ。今のところ少し違うわ。まだうまく感情が入っていないわね。
Wait, what? My apologies. Let me try that again.
いいのよ。今日はここまでにしましょう。あまり根を詰めるとかえって演技が硬くなるから。
With the Phantom mask renewed, the director sheds the character's persona, returning to her offstage self.
正直に言うと、今一番心配なのはビアンカなの。彼女はこの役に全身全霊を注いでいるわ。
Oh, so I didn't do bad, okay.
彼女が舞台に立つ姿を見るたびに、演技というよりも魂そのものが役に溶け込んでいるように見えるの。その没入ぶりが彼女自身を蝕んでしまうんじゃないかって時々怖くなるの。以前も同じようなことがあったから。彼女はそのことについて話したがらないけれど、まるで役が彼女の中にもう一つの人格として存在しているように思えちゃって。ごめんなさい。つい変な話をしてしまったわ。どうか気にしないで。もう遅いし、そろそろ行きましょうか。劇場の設備をもう一度点検しておきたいし、あのシャンデリアの事故、本当に申し訳なかったわ。
You set out of the theater into a world transformed by night and gentle, pattering rain. With no umbrella, you take shelter from under the eaves, waiting as the rain paints the city in shimmering strokes. The rhythm of the rain pulls your thoughts back to the press conference, to the same melody that lulled Bianca to a deep slumber in your arms. She hasn't been at the theater for days, still on leave recovering from the incident. Yet, in the solitude of your monologue rehearsals, you keep conjuring her ghost. You act to an empty space, only to see her form materialize before you, tenderly confessing feelings for you. Your mind adrift in the rain, a soft voice suddenly calls you back to reality.
そんなところにいたら風邪をひいてしまいますよ。
And then you see her, Bianca, whom you have been seeing for days, standing at your side as if conjured by the rain. How she arrived without your notice is a mystery. She is a still point in the curtain of rain, her hair and the hem of her dress already jeweled with droplets.
この雨はまだしばらく止みそうにありません。どうか私にお送りさせてください。
Oh, Bianca, that's so sweet, but you don't need to. I don't want to bother you.
そんな顔をなさらないで。長く待っていたわけではありませんから。
Few pedestrians brave the rainy night, leaving the street feeling like a private road for two. Your shared umbrella is small, a gentle excuse to draws you imperceptibly closer. In the dim light, raindrops catch and fracture the glow, tracing the delicate contours of Bianca's profile. She feels the weight of your gaze and turns, her smile gentle in the half-light. もう一本持ってくるべきですよね。けれど、私のわがままをお許しください。こうして一つの傘の中で、あなたと並んで歩きたかったのです。That's so cute. She edges closer, her warmth a palpable presence through the layers of clothing. At this proximity, the wound on her cheek from your last encounter is unmistakable. She doesn't shy from your gaze. Instead, she raises her hand and gently traces the line of the healing scar. そんなに見つめられると、どうすれば
ばいいかわからなくなってしまいます。あなたが無事ならそれでいいんです。この傷は私にとってあなたと過ごした夜の記念みたいなものですから。
Words of comfort feel too contrived. You simply tilt the umbrella toward her, and she responds by quietly slipping her arm through yours. You walk the rest of the way in a comfortable silence. The outline of the residence growing ever closer. This path, usually not a short one, feels impossibly brief tonight. All too soon, you arrive at the moment of parting. If the tiny time has come, yet you yearn for the moment to linger. You turn to speak and capture her gaze. In her eyes, you see your own unspoken wish reflected back at you.
まだお別れしたくありません。記者会見の夜、あなたは私を守ってくださった。だから今夜はあなたのそばにいさせてください。
Okay. The word phantom goes unspoken, a silent pact between you, yet its presence hangs in the air, a storm cloud threatening to break. No one knows your identity, or when they might strike next. You push open the door to your residence. Having spent days at the theater and monologue rehearsal, returning only under the cover of night, you're greeted by the scent of stillness and a fine film of dust. Incomplete manuscripts are strewn across the floor like fallen weeds. Lately, inspired by the phantom's disruptions, you've been endlessly revising, hoping to forge a better story from the
あ
chaos.
なたは休んでください。後のことはすべて私にお任せを。
Though a first-time visitor, Bianca moves through the room with an intuitive grace, her hands restoring order to the chaos, as if she knows its intended shape. Once the last manuscript is meticulously sorted, she crosses to the window and pushes it open. The rain has ceased. A cool, damp breath of night air flows inside, sweeping the room's stale atmosphere away. You seem quite practiced at
不
this.
思議なのです。まるでここに何度も来たことがあるような気がして。こんなことを言うとあなたは気味悪く思うかもしれませんね。
What? So this is supposed to be like, in the dream, like a Grey Raven or lounge?
時折わからなくなるのです。現実なのか夢なのか、見知った出来事が繰り返されているようで、まるで夢の続きに生きているように感じます。その境界が曖昧で、今の私は本当にここにいるのでしょうか。それともまた別の夢の中にいるのでしょうか。
Her gaze drops as she turns the thought over in her mind, weighing its worth. The decision made, she lifts her eyes to meet yours, bridging the silence she just created.
これがあなたとの初めての出会いのはずなのに、私は夢の中であなたに何度も会っていたような気がします。
Dreams, but also reality, okay?
でもどうであれ、今はこうしたあなたのそばにいられる。それだけで十分です。
Her words stir thoughts long dormant in your heart. The answer rises within you, needing no translation. Rather than dreams, I prefer to believe it's a connection that transcends them. Whether it's a dream or reality is unimportant, as long as what we feel is real. That is enough. Aww! Gazing at her, a powerful thought wells up, the need to make a vow. In a gesture borrowed from your own play, you take her hand and use your udder to trace a simple, unmistakable symbol in her palm. Comprehension draws in her eyes in an instant. You can feel the unspoken bond between your strength, a tangible force affirmed by the gentle smile she
あなた
returns.
の愛の証として、二人の間に誓いを刻みましょう。たとえ時がめくり、月日が流れても。
Nothing in this world shall ever tear us apart. Your voice. Oh, your voice or you voice? Okay. You voice the tender words she left unspoken. Bianca rests her head against your shoulder, setting into a perfect shared tranquility. Huh? In a shared, silent understanding, time loses all meaning. The sudden chime of the clock strikes through the quiet, startling you both. It's already midnight. Your first, gut-wrenching thought is a silent shout. I haven't written a word today. Oh? With a quiet sigh, you move toward the kitchen, already anticipating the bitter jolt of coffee and needed to fuel the long night ahead. But before you can take a second step, Bianca's hand is on yours, a gentle weight that stills you completely.
脚本よりもまずはあなたの体を大切にしてください。無理をなさらないで。
I just don't want to be the one who holds everyone back.
いいえ、今夜はちゃんと休んでください。あなたは物語にこう書いたでしょ。疲労は戦士の最大の敵だと。
Ooh! Bianca doesn't wait for a reply. She presses a warm mug of herbal tea into your hands, that delicate fragrance already soothing your senses. Thanks, Bianca. After drawing the heavy curtains close, she returns to your side, guiding the cup to your lips with a quiet, unwavering certainty.
いい夢を。私がずっとあなたのそばにいますから。
But how about your own rest? Will you be alright?
ここ数日きちんと生活リズムを整えて今日の昼も休みましたから。さあ目を閉じ。
She's tucking us to bed. That's so cute. Or tucking me to bed. Okay, actually. You follow her instructions, wind down and closing your eyes. A soft warmth envelops you as Bianca meticulously tucks the blanket around your shoulders, building a cozy fortress against the world. First, you feel the whispered soft brush of her hair against her cheek, a fleeting tickle that makes her skin prickle. Then, the steady warmth of her hand covers yours. This is her Virgil. This is her watching over you. In the silent room, her touch becomes your entire world. The pattern of her finger begins to trace a slow, deliberate pattern onto your palm, over and over, retracing the sacred geometry of your promise. You lie perfectly still, feigning sleep, anchored only by this point of contact. Gradually, the rhythm of her tracing slows, like a clock winding down, until her finger grows still and comes to rest. Oh, so cute! Bianca's peaceful face is right before you. She has fallen asleep sideways in a chair, her head pillowed on her own arm, carefully even in slumber not to disturb you. Her other hand remains, a firm and steady weight, holding fast to yours. She promised to watch over you, and yet she is the one who has succumbed first. A wave of tenderness watches over you. She must have been utterly exhausted. I knew that I rested during the daytime was just your little white lie. You shake your head with a wry smile, carefully extracting your hand from her grasp before slipping silently out of bed. Oh? You gathered Bianca into your arms and carefully laid her on the inner side of the mattress. The moment she settles, a tremor runs through her. She starts uneasy in your embrace, her dreams disturbed, hovering on the fragile edge of wakefulness.
聞かないで。私のそばから離れないで。外、戦場、危険です。
A low murmur escapes her lips. Her fingers clutch instinctively at your sleeve, trembling as if fending off some unseen danger in the tumult of her dreams.
どうか私にあなたを守らせてください。指揮官殿。
Oh? The name hangs in the air, a title you've written countless times, a mantle for Grey Raven, but from her lips, it is utterly new. Is it the specter of your own stories that now haunts her dreams? Or has she slipped back into that vanilla dream she's described, the one with smoke and crumbling ruins? In her mind, is she even now marching, steadfast through the chaos, toward her objective?
ようやく見つけました。指揮官殿。
Bianca murmurs again in her sleep, a soft smile gracing her lips as she nestles deep in your arms, seeking refuge in your embrace. She has found her sanctuary. Moving from painstaking chair, you transfer her away from your arms to the soft embrace of the mattress. Draw the blanket up to her chin and settle beside her. Sweet dreams, Bianca. Your hand fights her in the darkness, your fingers interlacing just as they did on that rainy night. She seems to sense the familiar touch without waking. She shifts closer as her slumber deepens. Her face is turned toward you. In the dim light, the freshly healed scar on her cheek is a faint line. It pulls you back to that moment, the reckless, desperate one as she drew herself into her hardened way to shield you. A silent sigh echoes within you. In an instant, she was the very embodiment of the loyal companion from your stories, the one who pledges her life, a shield against all danger. Tonight, let me be the one to watch over you. Under the shared blanket, the warmth of her body bleeds into yours. To watch over you, but I fall asleep. At last, a profound drowsiness descends, as if the spirit of sleep itself has slipped into the room, drawing a cloak of night over you both. And in this hushed space, the boundary between dream and reality gently begins to dissolve. Wait, what? Oh, I knew it!